Do Revenge on Netflix has suddenly gained traction a few days after it started streaming. Its peppy tone, aesthetic pastel palette, and an array of youth icons in the cast did promise commercial success. Currently, the revenge teen comedy is trending in the top 10 and should remain there at least for another week, until the new releases hit the platform. Camila Mendes and Maya Hawke make for impressive leading ladies, sharing electric chemistry in their criminal conspiracy. There is indeed a very fascinating twist near the end of the second act that makes the third an even more exciting proposition. While that doesn't live up to its billing eventually, the experiences of watching Do Revenge turns out to be a fun distraction. Do Revenge has shot to the top of Netflix's top films list, with a twisting ending that nobody saw coming. But how did the movie end exactly? That's what we're going to find out in today's video. But of course, before any of that, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more videos like this. Now, let's begin. Do Revenge combines youthful drama with a dark comedy revenge plot, and by the time the end credits roll, the movie has a surprisingly profound message to share. Do Revenge, a Hitchcock-inspired film starring Camila Mendes from Riverdale and Maya Hawke from Stranger Things, tells the story of two teenage girls who attend a renowned private school and plot to revenge on those who have mistreated them. A truly unique story results from starting with the bare essentials of strangers on a train and adding teen drama to the mix. Do Revenge succeeds in paying homage without actually stealing from the Alfred Hitchcock classic. Despite the fact that its plot is comparable to one of his masterpieces, its unique plot points gives it a unique and intriguing twist on the conventional retribution tale. Drea thinks her social life is finished after an intimate video was leaked to the entire school. Drea targets the school's most popular pupils with the aid of new girl Eleanor, while simultaneously assisting Eleanor in plotting her own kind of retaliation. Do Revenge contains the right number of turns and twists. In a startling second act, it reveals that Eleanor had been pursuing Drea all along in an effort to get retribution for a transgression that Drea had completely forgotten. They both suffer personal setbacks as their schemes continue to play out, and they ultimately come to understand their mistakes. Do Revenge offers a satisfying conclusion that shows all of its characters growing, some voluntarily and others more forcibly as a result of numerous retribution plots, despite the fact that themes of revenge are typically best suited for horror films. What happens in Do Revenge's ending? After becoming bitterly hostile towards one another as a result of their own pursuits of vengeance, Max Broussard, the school's popular kid, is ultimately the target of Drea and Eleanor's opportunity. The girls attend Max's end-of-year party because they need to show that he was behind the leak of Drea's film, but they are unable to control their own issues. Max makes a surprising confession as a result of their dispute, which Eleanor quietly records on tape and plays to the entire gathering. Max is exposed to the school after his wrongdoings are made public, and Drea finally exacts her revenge. However, completing her purpose forces her to re-examine her own life. Eleanor's plan for revenge on Drea explained. Do Revenge only briefly mentions Maya Hawke's Eleanor's plot to exact revenge on Drea because it is shown that she had concealed her true intentions. Eleanor encourages Drea to spike the school's meals in order to frame Carissa, not merely to coerce her into participating in the plans for retaliation, who was actually innocent. Her true intentions was to cause Drea to overextend herself as she began in search for vengeance so that she could use it to dash her dreams. Drea's prospects of getting into Yale were ruined by Eleanor, and she also meant to have Drea publicly reveal the former companion's criminal activity to the public, erasing all of their reputation simultaneously. Drea manufactured a rumor about her that destroyed her life, which led to Eleanor's faulty villain plan. The ensuing resentment provided the basis of the majority of Do Revenge's narrative, but the specifics of it are glossed over as part of her true identity's revelation. Was Drea and Eleanor's revenge scheme actually a crime? The majority of Drea and Eleanor's plans for retaliation entailed revealing the wrongdoings of shady behavior of others. However, they did commit a few crimes during the film. Hallucinogenic drug spiking of school food is an obvious criminal offense that might result in both females receiving criminal records of their own. They also access Max's phone by hacking and disseminating texts from it, which clearly violates his right to privacy and is unlawful in many nations. Additionally, Eleanor intentionally hits Drea's automobile, and Drea inflicts cocaine on Elise as a payback, both of which are clearly crimes. This makes the two major protagonists in Do Revenge criminals on several occasions, despite the fact that they appear to avoid punishment for their deceptions. Why Drea stops caring about getting into Yale? Drea reveals in the book Conclusions that she has chosen to forego her longtime desire of attending Yale in favor of pursuing other interests. The only real justification she offers is who cares? Yet it's possible that her friendship with Russ plays a role in her change of heart. Russ questioned the idea of adhering to cultural norms of success early in the film, and Drea appeared to take this to heart. Drea's view on herself and her life seems to have changed as a result of the all-consuming revenge plot that is still in progress. And she now opts to pursue happiness and kindness over Ivy League achievement in an effort to learn from her past mistakes. Why Eleanor and Drea stay friends and do revenge. Do Revenge, which ends with the adversaries legalizing their fictitious relationship, is another example of how Camila Mendes' time on Riverdale prepared her for ending surprises. The simple explanation for this is that the two connected over the plans of retaliation as they dealt with their individual traumas, learning more about themselves and one another in the process. Eleanor and Drea both managed to adversely affect each other's lives in some way, but they also found catharsis in their destructive schemes, which led to the development of a friendship that transcended their past. One of the main themes in Do Revenge is growing up by letting go of the past, as demonstrated by Eleanor and Drea's prolonged friendship. The real meaning of Do Revenge's ending. The movie finishes with a few scenes showing Eleanor and Drea reconciling and forgiving one another. Drea suddenly understands that this time in her life won't return, and she can put off her figuring out anxieties until later. She misses the graduation party in order to go to a trip with Eleanor. Additionally, Russ and Drea reconcile, and Max finally joins a group of egotistical narcissist men. Do Revenge is really a coming-of-age tale, as the conclusion demonstrates. One of its main themes is the natural self-centeredness of youth and how Drea and Eleanor each learn that life is rarely as straightforward as categorizing others as good or bad based solely on personal experiences. Drea and Eleanor gave a deeper understanding of one another's intentions when Max is revealed as a truly evil and unrepentant villain. They both desire to do harm to others as a way of conquering their respective traumas. Do Revenge is unmistakably a coming-of-age story of self-discovery and accountability because of the way it ends, with both of them learning to let go of their hurt and forgive one another. Because if there's one thing that can reunite two strong-willed women more than anything, it's the desire to take down a toxic man. Will there be a Do Revenge 2? At the time being, there are no plans for a Do Revenge sequel. Neither director Jennifer Robinson nor any of the cast have alluded to plans for another film. But that's not to say after the success of the first movie that a sequel won't be on the cards, particularly due to the positive response from fans. The film is currently topping the daily rankings on Netflix, and viewers have had a positive response to Do Revenge on social media. Do Revenge was perfect, 10 out of 10. Gaslight gatekeeper girl boss for life, obsessed with Drea and Eleanor, wrote one fan of the film on Twitter, while another said on a social media platform, Do Revenge is breathtaking, absolutely a powerhouse. Only criticism is Drea and Eleanor should have kissed. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.